Before boarding the plane to Norway, Evie and Harry talked about the trip. About where they'd be stopping over. About what they'd do once they got to Spitsbergen. They talked about bringing plenty of warm clothing and gear and supplies to make it through. They talked about getting their documents and passports in order. They even talked about the strange city they had both dreamt of. But Evie knew there was something they hadn't talked about. A question she didn't know how to ask the professor, because every time she'd tried, the right words never came out. But a long flight leaves plenty of time to think.
Professor?
Yes?
When I was being held by that man, Bowen, he showed me a picture of you. A picture of you and my father in the Pacific. Did you know my father, Professor?
And then, it was Harry who didn't know how to find the right words. Because even though he'd been waiting years for that question, he still didn't know how to answer it. Evie took Harry's silence as a yes.
Bowen said, my father died because of you. Is that true, Professor?
Well, it's complicated. Look, I wanted to.
You wanted what? Just talk, for God's sake.
All right. I'll explain everything.
Good. We've got plenty of time to spare before we land.
My wife, Nora, was diagnosed with an incurable disease. The same hereditary illness of unknown origin that had struck her mother before her. The doctors had no answer. So I decided to find it myself. I never imagined the answer would take me so far away. To a remote island in the Pacific. Back then, I didn't have the financial independence I have now. So I had to raise money and put a team together. Do you remember the night before your father left for work in San Francisco? You were probably 5 or 6 years old?
Oh, God. Yes, I remember. I remember a beautiful, dark-haired woman, a nervous, scrawny guy, and a man who seemed really happy about something.
I'll never forget those words. You're a whiz, mister. Would you be interested, by any chance, in an exciting job opportunity in the Pacific? That's right. Frank agreed to come with us to the island. It pained him to leave you and your mother back in Mississippi, but he needed the money and I was paying very well. But that island wasn't what we expected. There was something there that... Let's just say there are forces in this world that mankind ought not to meddle with, Miss Drayton. Things like the black ooze, and on that island, it was everywhere. I told you, it's the most dangerous substance I've ever come across. We found that out when one of the expedition members came into contact with it. It was him, driven mad, who attacked your father. Just a shallow cut with an ancient dagger, but enough to infect him with that black liquid. That is what took Frank's life. I did what I could to look after him, but that infection, it was beyond anything I could handle. His final words still haunt me. Harry, please look after my wife and my little girl. And that's what I've been trying to do all these years. Though evidently not as well as I might have done.
Evie was speechless. She could not believe it.
Take care of me? What are you talking about? I just met you a week ago. I've never had anyone except my mother. And the only help we ever got was from the insurance checks. What kind of help are you—
There was no insurance, Evangeline.
What?
Harry decided that since he'd started telling the truth, he wouldn't stop halfway.
I am the Hydrangea Foundation. Hydrangeas were just Nora's favorite flowers, that's all.
And then, Evie understood. She understood the strange and painful sacrifice that man had made.
I wasn't the one who drove that dagger into your father, but I dragged him to that island and didn't listen when he told me we had to leave.
Harry had spent a long time avoiding the truth of what had happened nearly 30 years before, on that island in the Pacific. But for the first time in ages, he was forced to face it.
So yes, your father died because of me. I can't tell you how sorry I am. I won't be so foolish as to ask for your forgiveness. I know I have no right to it. I understand how you must feel now. I understand that you hate me.
You could have told me.
I know. But I'm a coward. All I've ever done is avoid responsibility.
Could be. But you've also risked your own life to save mine.
I owed you that.
And you've paid for my schooling? That's not what a miserable man does.
I only did it because I had the money. And because I felt guilty.
Look, Professor. You insist on painting yourself as a horrible person. But I don't think that's true. I think you're just a sad and lonely man who's shouldering more guilt than anyone should have to.
Harry was puzzled. He hadn't expected this. In a strange way, Evie's forgiveness made him feel uncomfortable. Didn't he deserve punishment for what he'd done? Evie's decision had made him doubt. Perhaps it was time to move on.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe you're right.
I'm sure I am. Believe me.
And after that, Evie and Harry remained silent for the rest of the flight. Despite having talked about it, Evangeline and Harry were not prepared for the freezing cold they would face on that remote Norwegian island. Although weather would be the least of their problems in that place.
God, this is unbearable. Professor, are you sure you're all right? You should have brought a couple more layers.
Don't worry, Miss Drayton. I'll be fine.
Harry hadn't always been like that. He used to like heat. But 3 months stranded on a Pacific island had changed his preferences.
What we saw in Bowen's office? The Black Pharaoh, Azathoth, and all that? What do you think it means?
Just the ramblings of a madman, I'm sure of it. I'm actually more worried about the other things. Spitsbergen, the statue, your memory loss, and your dreams about that creature. Too much of a coincidence, isn't it? This sign. It's written in Norwegian. I guess we're close.
Do you really believe it's possible to switch minds?
Honestly, Miss Drayton, I have no clue what we're dealing with. But whatever it is, we'd better stop Bowen as soon as possible.
Here it is, the radio station.
The storm is getting stronger.
We'd better stay close to each other, Professor.
This looks like the station's garage. I wonder why they left vehicles in here.
Maybe they left in a hurry?
The entry post is completely wrecked. What happened here? There are way too many beds for a simple radio station.
That would back up what Bowen said. That this place was just a cover-up.
It's not working. This storage room's a complete mess.
Like everything else in the station, it seems. I can see some banners on the building. They look like... Oh.
Nazis. I hate these guys.
Just as I thought. No power in here.
Is there anything we can do without power?
I doubt it.
If there's a key, there must be a generator here somewhere.
Look! Seems this generator was meant to power the whole facility. Try turning it on, Professor.
Hey, what the...
The current must have caused a power surge in that distribution panel up there. Let me take a look. Maybe I can fix it. Okay. Darn it. This fuse box is sealed. You don't happen to have a screwdriver on you, do you?
No, sorry, I left it in my other coat. With the field microscope, the flare gun, and the cannonball.
Perfect. This'll do. An old fuse box. And it looks like it still works. Even after years under this weather.
Never doubt German engineering. What's the problem?
Well, the whole base runs on an interlock circuit.
What does that mean? I know nothing of technical stuff and you know it.
It means that for the power to reach the antenna, you'll have to manually turn on each switch in order.
You mean I have to look for switches all over the base?
That's right. I'll route the power from this fuse box, and then you turn it on.
Fine. Stay put. I'll get back to you.
Your turn, Professor.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
Up to you now, Professor.
It's no use. This switch is completely wrecked. A book titled The Unspeakable Cult doesn't sound like a very pleasant read. Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
Please, by all means.
You're in charge now.
Good. I managed to turn this thing on. Evangeline, try another switch.
Okay.
Your turn, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor.
Evangeline, I see a...
Harry hesitated to say the words because of how absurd they might sound.
space ship of some sort?
A spaceship? You mean like a flying saucer?
Yes, we did it!
We're good. Power's on. I'm heading back to the antenna, Professor.
Okay, Evangeline. Huh. Wasn't expecting to see one of these here.
What are you talking about?
It's an Enigma machine. A message encryption device the Nazis used to encode top-secret messages.
could you possibly know that?
I worked in intelligence during World War II. Obviously, I was too old to be sent to the front lines. And I can't see a thing without my glasses. But the OSS thought someone like me could be useful cracking codes. So they sent me to Fort Meade, Maryland, to the Signal Security Agency building. I hate working with this schmuck.
Caleb Bowen had the right connections, which is how he landed a job at the SSA. For Harry, this meant torture, plain and simple.
The SSA, Signal Security Agency. Russell's desk is always a mess. He's probably on a cigarette break. Hendricks requested a transfer to Europe last week. He's a man of action, no doubt about it. This is the message that needs to be deciphered. The set of components that makes Enigma's encryption possible. I always keep this photograph close. Enigma decoding instructions. I don't rightly know what we'd have done without Turing and his people over at Bletchley Park. I really doubt this is how Nora pictures my work here at Fort Meade, but she... Looks like someone in Fort Meade really dislikes superhero comics. What a shame. This looks pretty good. We worked hand in hand with the Brits. They'd already managed to crack Enigma, so we hoped their work could help us break JN-25. The Japanese naval encryption system. Excellent. I think I solved it. Maybe we can use their deconstruction process and adapt it to crack... Of course, it was hard leaving Nora alone at home. But she insisted. She knew I could help our country fight the Axis. So my only condition for working at Fort Meade was that my wife could contact me whenever she needed. Yes?
Hello, my dear old pal.
Nora, it's so good to hear your voice.
How are things going over there, my love?
Well, you know they won't let me tell you anything about what I do here, but we're making progress. Mostly thanks to the British.
Blimey, who'd have thought the bloomin' Brits saving our hides?
Yes, they are, Nora. How are you feeling today? Have you had any fever this morning, or...?
I'm fine, Harry. I'm more worried about you, actually. How are they treating you in Maryland? Are you eating well?
Yes, I can't complain, but I feel like I'm wasting our time. I should be making the most of every day there with you instead of...
Listen to me, Harry. We both know there will come a day when I won't be by your side anymore. But it doesn't make sense to live waiting for that moment. Besides, you're not going to live forever either, old pal. One day you'll kick the bucket too. You know that?
Oh, that's what I call a cold comfort.
Why? What do you think happens when we die?
There has to be something more.
Oh? You mean like heaven?
Don't get me wrong, I'm not expecting St. Peter to open the pearly gates for me, or walking on clouds or any of that, but maybe what we call heaven is just a good moment that repeats over and over again. Like, I don't know, the early days of our newlywed life in Englewood. We were so young back then, and we didn't know about your illness yet. I don't know if this is just a belief or mere hope, but...
Then, I promise you that when the time comes, I'll be waiting for you in our house in Englewood.
Let's talk about something else, all right, Nora? Because if we keep this up, I'm going to burst into tears and lose whatever little respect the army boys at Fort Meade have for me.
All right, darling, I'll let you get back to it. Crack those codes, Commander Everhart. All of America is counting on you.
I'll try my best. I love you, Nora.
And I love you, Harry. I'll talk to you soon.
This encrypted message is rather short. I wonder what it contains. Yanya. Februar 1943.
That's February 43, right?
There's some sort of cable here. It's the Dienstausweis of an SS Oberstgruppenführer. Some Otto Adler.
English, please?
Oh, sorry, it's the ID of a Nazi. Looks like a workers' registry from 1943. This Voight fella doesn't sound too happy. Someone must have gotten some dates wrong. What on earth were they doing in this place? Boy, this radio station gets creepier every minute.
Yes, I can feel a shiver down my spine, and it's not the cold.
An encrypted message. No use. It's encrypted. The Nazis probably abandoned the base. That's why this message was never received. German names with numbers assigned. Code. I wonder.
Could that be the code to access the reinforced door, Professor?
A reinforced door. You still think this is just a radio station?
Alright, I've got to admit, this is weird as hell.
At last, we did it, Evangeline.
So the station was just a cover-up. But I wonder what for.
Whatever it is, we're going to find out. And soon.
Harry tried to keep his composure when he saw the oily shadow. He didn't want to alarm Evie.
Let us out.
They locked their own people in here. How could they?
They're Nazis, Evangeline. They're not exactly the good guys. Think we'll find that great engineer of yours down here?
I hope so. This trip will have been a total waste of money.
But Evie suspected there was much more at stake than the cost of their trip. Harry held his breath. The black shadows were back again. But then...
What the hell is that thing?
You can see that too?
That sort of cloud of black smoke? Of course. It looks alive. Diving suit.
I hope you don't think I'm letting you go back down in that thing again.
No.
Unless there's no other choice, Evie thought.
A diving suit.
I hope you don't think I'm letting you go back down in that thing again.
No.
Unless there's no other choice, Evie thought.
References a creature. You think that might be your great engineer?
Yes, sounds like it.
A liquid that reacts to sound, like in the Rappahannock River caves.
Diving suit.
I hope you don't think I'm letting you go back down in that thing again.
No.
Unless there's no other choice, Evie thought.
Diving suit.
I hope you don't think I'm letting you go back down in that thing again.
No.
Unless there's no other choice, Evie thought.
Diving suit.
I hope you don't think I'm letting you go back down in that thing again.
Diving suit.
I hope you don't think I'm letting you go back down in that thing again.
No.
Unless there's no other choice, Evie thought.
Offices, control room, Chronos Lab. That must be it. We have to go through to the other side. But how will we open these doors?
You said control room, right? I bet we can operate the doors from there.
That makes sense. Okay. To get there, we'll need to go downstairs and through the offices.
But Professor, the way downstairs is flooded. Well, it seems there's no other choice. Which of us...
I'll go this time, and I'm not going to allow any argument about it.
Because despite how I look, I'm not 80 yet, Harry thought to himself.
Do you want to go down then?
Go ahead. Lower me down.
All right. Be very careful down there, Professor. Everything all right down there, Professor?
So far, so good. Though it's very dark in here. But I think I know why this place is flooded. They must have tried to break into that flying saucer and then release the black ooze.
Do you see any black ooze around?
All around, yes. I'm pretty sure it was the ship's fuel. I've still got 10 minutes of air in this suit. Evangeline, do you hear me?
Yes, Professor.
I've reached the control room. This is where they monitored that black smoke thing and ran experiments on it. Evangeline, there's a panel here. Maybe it'll open those doors. So that thing is not only alive, but it's also aggressive.
You're in charge now.
All right, that's on.
Professor, look. That thing. It's moving into the next chamber.
It seems to move like a trapped insect. It's up to you now, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor.
Please, by all means.
Up to you now, Professor.
Your turn, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor.
Please, by all means.
You're in charge now.
A light just came on. It's up to you now, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor.
Another one.
Up to you now, Professor.
Please, by all means.
You're in charge now.
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor.
Good. Your turn, Evangeline.
Up to you now, Professor.
Please, by all means.
You're in charge now.
It's up to you now, Evangeline.
Your turn, Professor. I opened this door for you, Professor. You can leave the control panel. I think we're safe. What on earth was that thing?
I don't know. But whatever it was, I don't want it close to us. Let's get out of here, quick.